Alright friends, writers, these are the unboxing. I'm going to do an unboxing video. This is the aftermarket aftermarket brake rotors off of eBay. The seller was named Metal Good. So these are the front and the back rear brakes rotors for a 2005 CBR 600RR. Also works on this 2006 as well. Let's check it out. This is the box. Medium size flat rate, pretty dinged up actually, so hopefully everything's good. Holy shit. Not bad. So we got one rotor. Damn, it looks legit too. And all these vendors on eBay, they all have different name. Like this guy here, his name was Metal Good. But the thing is that most of all these products were from China, and they're all eBay. So this rotor looks really big actually. Holy shit. This is the rear brake. That looks way too big. That's the rear rotor for my CBR, and that looks humongous. I might have to go double check and make sure it's the right size. But yeah, anyways, on eBay they have different vendors, but most of the products is all the same. It comes from China, and right now it has a logo here. It's called Arashi, A-R-A-S-H-I, and then also on the brake itself, it has a logo there, Arashi. So that's the rear brake, and holy, it's pretty light actually, but it looks kind of big. It looks bigger, but it might be just my vision here. It smells good. It smells, you might actually have to use some brake cleaner, and yeah, you'll definitely have to use some brake cleaner and spray that down because it's been lubed up with some oil. So, but holy shit, the quality looks really good, to be honest with you guys. It looks really straight, and this is, like I said, let me check here. Yeah, it looks really straight, and it's a good amount of thickness. I'll go ahead and get my caliper here in a bit and get that measure up for y'all, and we'll get that measure. But that looks really good. You'll be using your OEM original bolts, so you got 4 bolts for the rear. And then it says right here, minimum thickness 4.5 mil. So we'll set that to the side. And I'll probably get these brakes installed maybe today, if I'm motivated enough. So we'll set these guys to the side. Next things are the big ones, which is the front rotors. And that's pretty much it for the box. So, the quality feels really good, to be honest with you guys. A lot of people are really afraid of getting the eBays. So that's why I'm here to do the myth bust. Holy shit. So these are the brakes right here, guys. Check that out. Holy smoke. It almost look like some what is that other brand called? It almost looks like some of those professional ones. It looks really good. There are a few nicks already. I'm not sure why there's small nicks, but it looks really good. Holy shit. And again, these are free floating rotors, meaning the rotors are free floating. And let's take a look at that. It's really light, to be honest. It's really light. And again, it's been lubed up with a little bit of oil too, so you definitely want to install this and spray it down with some brake fluid. And you can see right here, these little wheels right here, they have to spin. So if you move them back and forth, you can't really see it, but if you move these if you move these guys back and forth, they should spin freely. And these is the same setup as your OEM one too. Sometimes they should spin freely. Sometimes they do get clogged up, but you just gotta clean them out. But these guys spin really nice. I like it. Looks good actually. Holy shit. So we'll have to trust these guys. And then this is the other one here. And again, minimum thickness 4.5. And these are made by this particular brand right here, Arashi. But everything spins freely, so that looks really good. Can't complain too much. Forgot what the price was on these, but I think there were. I think I offered the guy $217 or $220 for these, and it's a set. But looks really good. You have 6 bolts for the fronts. And when you install these, yeah, they basically go on like that. Alright guys, so here we have is the rear tire, or the rear wheel. And this is the old brake rotors. This is the OEM one, original one. The bike has about 60,000 miles on it, and you can't probably see it, but if you look close enough or you feel it, these rotors are actually kind of warped. You can see it kind of has like a lip at the, it has a little lip on it. So I think this is one of the reasons why it's been causing my brake pads to kind of wear out quick. But changing them out is really simple. I'm sure you guys know how to take off the wheels. Take off the wheels. Loosen those 4 bolts. They're I'm not sure what size they are, but they're hex keys. Loosen out those 4 bolts, slap on the new one, cross tighten it to the whatever torque spec they call for. You're pretty much done. And like I said, they're the same size as far as diameter wise. This one here says minimum 4.4 millimeter thick. These new one actually says 4.5, but hopefully it makes a difference. Hopefully the braking power is stronger, but we'll see how they go. The weight of it, I was just kind of weighing them by the hand, just like that, and they kind of weigh really similar, so can't tell the difference unless I have some kind of measuring tool. But we're gonna go ahead and install these and see how they perform. One thing I noticed is that the new ones, it doesn't cover that piece no more. So you see how that's kind of dirty, because the original one used to cover it where it says drive. So now that's exposed, so that probably lightens up the rotors. But we'll see how that goes. So I'll install this, and then after that we'll go ahead and tackle the front rotors. These are the eBay rotors, wave rotor installed on my 2005 CBR 600. Installation went really good. On both these suckers, or take off the tires, loosen the 6 bolts on each side, put the new ones in. Pretty simple. I've done about 40 miles already. This was a mix of in-town and highways, and you can see the marks. You know, you can see the tread, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not sure if that's normal, but this is what they look like. Same thing goes for the rear. So you can see 2 little marks, and I think that might just be because of my brake pads. Once again, when I did I just changed it this afternoon. You know, my brake pads were pretty still new. These are the Galford rear brakes, and I believe I have the EBCs in the front. EBC will probably be good for another couple months. Then I'll have to change those two. Performance wise, what do I think about them? First of all, when I had my OEM rotors in the front, for sure the front rotors were warped, because when I was doing around 65, if you touch the brake, you know, you get handlebars wobble, wobble death, whatever you want to call it. So with these new with these new rotors, for knowing that for sure they're still straight, that definitely ruled it out. So the bikes, you know, when I brake now, it's smooth, but it's smooth, but it doesn't bite really hard as it used to be. And I'm not sure if that's because of the brake rotors or if it needs new brake pads. I mean, like I say, the brake pads here is pretty good. I mean, it has half-life, I would say. But the bite is not as strong as it used to be. So after these brake pads, I believe I have another set of original brake pads, brand new ones. I'm gonna slap those on and see if it bites any harder, because that's the only thing that's down for right now. It doesn't bite as hard as I expected it to. Same thing goes for the rear. The rear actually, you know, it bites normally, not too bad. But that's my performance review right now. I mean, everything is pretty smooth. You know, besides these tread marks that that happen here, but that it bites really good, or it doesn't bite as good as I thought it would have. But that could be a combination of, you know, bad brake pads or in needing of better brake pads. So that's far. So far that's what I have, and like I say, it's only been about 40 miles on these new sets. After 100 miles or so, we'll see how the pattern of the rotors change, if they make any changes or anything like that, and then we'll see how they perform after a couple more 100 miles.